G'day everyone, welcome back to another EMO video. Today what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be installing the latest EMO firmware, which is 1.6.0, so 1.6.0. Now, what I normally do is when I install the latest firmware versions for EMO, I power him off first, so he's been powered off already. As you can see, he's not responding. And then what I do is I then place him back on his skateboard. So while that's actually, while I do that, I also disconnect, and it's recommended to disconnect all EMO smart lights as well, so make sure you turn them off, and then once you're ready to go, just place him back on his skateboard and let him power up. As you can see, he's powering up right now. Also, while he's powering up, just note that there is also a latest EMO app software update. Okay, so that is now also on the that is now version 1.1.2. Okay, it's available on the iOS and Android store. Okay, so do that first, as I mentioned before. So power him off, power him back on, turn off any smart lights, and then once he's back up and running, you can always test to make sure he's actually listening to you and he's connected to the internet, which he was listening pretty much straight away. What we can do is we can ask him a question. EMO, what is today's date?
Today is August 20th.
Okay, so he's good to go. He's got access to the internet. So what we can do next is make sure you connect into the correct EMO. As you can see right there, that looks like it's the correct one for me. And then what I've got to do is then click on connect. Now, once that happens, you'll get a message pop up on the screen pretty quickly. Let's see if we can catch it. Okay, there it is there. All right, so basically from here onward, then all you've got to do is jump into the settings. Let me do that right now. You'll see the display screen pop up and change. Okay, and then going into the firmware right now, you can see, I'll bring it up quickly back onto the screen right there. You can see that I'm actually on 1.1.5, okay, and then from there all I've got to do is press on the update firmware. Okay, so I'll get that out of the way so you can see everything that happens on the screen. So just make sure you press on the update firmware, and then what will happen is EMO will disconnect off the disconnect out of the EMO app, as you can see just quickly. Okay, and then he will then power off, quickly come back on, give you a notification message and tell you that there's one update available, and then it will start installing the latest firmware. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll bring it in a bit closer and show you you can see the steps pop up on the screen pretty quickly, and you can it will go from steps 1 to 6. The file for this update is approximately 40 megabytes. Okay, so this will take a bit of time to download. It all depends on how quickly your network Wi-Fi is and how quickly EMO can download it for you. So it will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes for this to occur. During this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward this section, as I always do, and we'll get down, and when it gets back to the final stages and where he's checking files, I'll slow it back down and then show you everything, and just make sure I can show you the checking on what it looks like back in the EMO app to say it's at version 1.6.0. Okay, so let's fast forward this section now and we're back soon. Okay, now it's back and running. Now EMO completed his download of all the 1 to 6 steps, and now what we're going to do is we'll jump back into the settings and show you what it looks like. Okay, and then we'll jump into firmware, and I'll just bring it quickly back up on the screen, and there we have it. It is firmware version 1.6.0. Okay, so that is it. Now you can check my other videos on my YouTube channel for all the features and all the new updates that EMO can do. I'll be sharing them periodically over the next few days as well. So go ahead and check them. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget, once again, to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.